Hey everybody, welcome to the Crane Mountain Gaming Sketchy Tactics update. This is June 1st. I didn't get it done on Sunday, so finishing it up tonight. This will be a short video. There's a lot of work went into this, but it's a pretty simple mechanic to demonstrate. What we worked on is the dodge lock capability. And this had to be implemented, of course, for the players, and then also implemented differently for the enemies, and factored into the new planning AI system. So there's a bit of complexity there, and then had to figure out a mathematical formula for the chance, and got some help from my wife who has a math degree. So that was awesome. So I'm going to show you how this works here. Basic idea with dodge lock is yellow is our closest equivalent to a kind of dexterity or agility stat. So you can see here's an enemy 0 yellow, and we have 0 ourselves. So we're evenly matched as far as that stat goes. The way dodge lock works is previously we could just walk around enemies without consequence and path anywhere we want, but now, based on our yellow versus the enemy's yellow, when we are adjacent to an enemy like this, there is a chance that they will block our movement and we will be penalized. So, there we succeeded. There we succeeded. It favors, so if it's even, it favors the person trying to move. There we go. We failed the dodge roll that time. So it's about 60-40 at even stats, and that penalized an attack and movement. And then this applies to the enemies as well, but since I'm just doing a single player demonstration here and I'm fighting against a tank, it's going to stay on top of me the whole time. So I'm going to kill this off real quick and see if we can get into a multi-enemy fight. The other thing we can do is get them down low enough that they panic and run, and sometimes they will fail their roll. So he should panic and run this time. And he succeeded on the roll there, and he jumped away like a coward because he's actually quite smart. So that's the new planning system, the enemy actually using their ability to stay out of harm's way. But they won't run forever. Okay, so we actually stopped here, as you can see, because we pathed into a situation where we could get locked. So now if I make a path like that, but I step into a possible lock situation, it will pause and let me decide what to do from there. This is just outputting the consoles. Whoop. Whoop. So you can see a bunch of debug statements here calculating the yellow values. Let's see if we can get in a situation where one of them tries to kite away. Maybe this one. I may also get killed. Bring it in close, boys. No, didn't quite make it. Like, alright, smack, smack. Nope. Yep, he passed the roll. Now we're going to try to dodge this guy and get over there. Success. Pull. Alright. Well, you get the gist of it. Finish this guy off. You can see it's calculating the chance of moving there, so we actually got away on a 34% chance. Because this guy has a 6 yellow, we have a 0 yellow. So we got penalized there. Yeah, he's almost dead. So he passed there because he has a huge advantage. Does it spit out the calculation? It's 409, so added 20, yeah, so probably has about a 70-something% chance. Boop. All right. Oh, that's a lot of loot. Okay, so that's the dodge lock mechanic. Very simple form. It's complicated and takes a long time to set up a large multiplayer demo, but it's much more obvious what's going on there because the enemies and the players have to path around each other to attack, support, etc. So it's much more consequential there. But it's one of the benefits of building a yellow-based character. You can see electricity damage, crit chance, and dodge lock rolls. So they're much more able to move around the battlefield safely. And of course, you can avoid dodge lock not only by going significantly around enemies, but there are a lot of movement abilities like jumps and teleports that will take you out of a dodge lock situation. And there are also some um, uh, abilities like push and pull where you can shove enemies away or pull them into lock situations depending on your build. So there's a lot of options there for the strategic gameplay, and it forces you principally to have to plan significantly more in advance and be more aware of not just the raw stats of the enemies, but how they compare to yours. So it's adding a layer of difficulty to the tactical combat and specifically pre-planning and battlefield manipulation. So that's the concept for the dodge lock setup. And as I said, fully implemented up and down. And I think the next thing we're going to do is use a similar formula to do the crit chance and get that wired in as well, which is another complicated piece. But right now, none of the attacks can crit. So we need to add that in, and then probably not just scale it off the yellow stat, but also have a crit chance percentage increase type modifier for gear, buffs, that sort of thing. So think about that. We'll probably implement that just to make sure that the system works, and maybe throw in a new crafting item for that as well. So that's the update for this week, and a little bit of preview what we're working on next. And thanks for following along. Peace.